Germany's foreign minister says Israel is becoming increasingly diplomatically isolated over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. In a statement ahead of a visit to Israel, Johann Wadephul said the process of negotiating a two-state solution remains the only way to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict sustainably. He went on to say, for Germany, the recognition of a Palestinian state is more likely to come at the end of the process. But such a process must begin now. Germany will also be forced to respond to unilateral steps. Let's get more from our political correspondent, Giulia Sadelli. Welcome, Giulia. What does the foreign minister mean when he says Germany will also be forced to respond to unilateral steps?
Well, that is quite an unclear statement, I would say, and we haven't been able to hear from the foreign minister himself what exactly he means, and we have reached out also to the foreign ministry for an official clarification. But from the context in which this trip is taking place, and also from what is included in this statement that came from the foreign minister this morning, we can assume that by unilateral steps, he means the possible annexation by Israel of Palestinian territory. Let's not forget that just last week, the Knesset approved a non-binding motion approving the annexation of the West Bank. Now, this is a big red line for Germany. Germany has been calling repeatedly for a two-state solution, which it sees as the only path to a peaceful coexistence between Israelis and Palestinians, and this would definitely be a red line for Germany. Now, what does the statement mean when it talks about reactions to these unilateral steps? Well, we can assume that this does not mean a possible recognition of a Palestinian state, because we saw in the statement itself that Germany believes this recognition should only come at the end as the final step of a political process leading to a two-state solution. But this sentence points to the fact that Germany is ready to take further concrete measures. What these measures might be, we don't know yet.
What do you make of the timing of the minister's statement just before he travelled to Israel for talks with Benjamin Netanyahu?
Well, Germany is under pressure, both externally to possibly take more concrete actions and putting pressure on the Israeli government. Some of its closest allies have taken steps to possibly recognize Palestinian statehood. The EU Commission has suggested suspending access for Israel to research funding within a EU project. But there's also pressure internally. We know that over 70% of Germans, according to polls, don't think Germany should just unequivocally stand on the side of the Israeli government. And also there have been calls by NGOs, by opposition parties, but also by the Chancellor's junior partner in his government coalition, the Social Democrats, for more action, for example, suspending weapons deliveries to Israel. So this is basically looks like Germany's foreign minister is going to Israel with a clear message. He's going to the government there and saying, we are one of your closest partners, one of your closest friends, and even we are running out of patience. Right. So either we see some progress on working on improving the humanitarian situation in Gaza and working towards a ceasefire, or we're going to be forced to also take action and just not criticize with words.
Thank you, Giulia. Giulia Sadelli, DW political correspondent.